Hey, welcome into Butchie's Den here after Super Bowl Sunday. Hit that subscribe button. Now, biggest thing, biggest takeaway that I've got from the Super Bowl. Seattle wins 29-13. But to me, this was a boring game. Yes, I said it. It was a boring game. Not because there wasn't scoring, but it was 9-0 at the end of the first half. There wasn't that pop. And that's what I was afraid of going into this Super Bowl, to be honest. What I was afraid of going into is who is the superstar? Who is the person that was going to take over a game? Or was this game going to be a game that was dominated by one side? And it was dominated by one side. I don't know if there was a superstar. You had Sam Darnold, not a superstar. Drake May, not a superstar now. Might be a superstar. To me, we saw this yesterday, but it was one of those things that he looked like he was injured a little bit, didn't look sharp. This game was not a game that popped. Now, is it the two best teams that you had? Probably, two good football teams are the two best. I'd say no. And I think that's the result of what you got in the Super Bowl. But the game itself overall was extremely boring. What were your thoughts on that? As far as the halftime show goes, well, the halftime show was interesting. I'm going to use that. I don't know if it was good. I don't know if it was bad. It was interesting. It didn't do anything for me. That's the way I'll put it out there. It didn't do anything for me. I didn't understand a lot of it. I've never listened to Bad Bunny. I don't know who Bad Bunny is, to be honest. When the announcement was made about the Super Bowl performer being Bad Bunny, I said, "Oh, all right. I'm gonna have to go listen to some of his music." So, in general, I was like, Super Bowl, whatever. Halftime show, whatever. As far as some of the commercials go, to me, this is always one that the next day you look at it and say, what is it? I know there was one for Liquid IV, there was one for Manscaped. I thought that was kind of weird. It was a creepy hairball situation going on there. The Dunkin' Donuts one I thought was pretty good. They had everybody in it that you would expect from it. I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking right now to see who exactly it was in. It was Ben Affleck, Jennifer Aniston, Matt LeBlanc, and Jason Alexander. The Dunkin' Donuts one, watching it live. Now, not a big movie person. If you heard on Zabe and Butch when we did the mornings, I don't pay attention to a whole bunch of that, but I did know who a lot of these guys were. So I thought that was by far my best commercial throughout the day was the Dunkin' Donuts one. So which was your favorite one? And this is the last thing that I'll say in general about the Super Bowl. It will always be an event. My biggest pet peeve is that we don't play the Super Bowl on Saturday. The game got done at 9:30. I don't understand why the Super Bowl can't be moved to a Saturday. It starts late. The kids had to go to bed. All of that was in play. And by the time you got done to watch the second half and it finished up, you're looking at 9:45, 9:30-ish Central Time. I don't get why, as much as the NFL wants revenue, as much as the NFL wants to take advantage of opportunities, we're seeing them going to go play overseas all over next year. I don't know why they wouldn't capitalize on a simple Saturday Super Bowl. You still have the Pro Bowl, or I should say the Pro Bowl games now, which is terrible the week before. So it's not like you've got an issue that you need to watch over or take care of right now. So to move this thing to Saturday and let Super Bowls take over the whole weekend, you can still play it late. If it gets done at 9:30, that's great. But that's my biggest pet peeve when I talk about the Super Bowl. Yeah, the game was blah. The Super Bowl halftime to me was, could take it or leave it. The commercials, they were all right. They were so funny. Some that I'm like, what are we doing? But in general, that's what you have. But my biggest thing, and I don't want to be a guy to complain about it, but I just thought it was a miss. I think it's going to be a miss. I know they want to move it so that you can keep it on Sunday, move it to the day before President's Day, so now you get President's Day off as well. I still don't think that helps a whole lot. You move this thing to Saturday, and now all of a sudden, you've got the full weekend available. But that's Butchie's Den, a little recap of the Super Bowl, my thoughts. Tell me what I'm right about. Tell me what I'm wrong about. We'll have a conversation.